food toxicity and like that unconsciously eating unhealthy food is probably one of the biggest problems that we have. Most people are not really aware of how they cause slow motion damage to their body by eating foods that they think everybody else eats, everybody else has in the supermarket, like it's everywhere. Well, it's true. If you start becoming conscious, you can't buy into supermarkets anymore. You can't buy any of the commercial foods anymore because you kill yourself. Not fast, slow motion, but you still do. And let me just give you some evidence on what the main problems are that we have to deal with. Number one is pretty simple. Everything from feedlots usually is grain fed. Grain is, Frankencorn, which is all GMO. Then it's very cheaply sourced. It's not the natural source. It's not a variety of different things. Think about chicken. When they go out and they have worms and they have grass and they have different bugs and they have different things. It's a variety of vitamins and minerals and nutrients which they have. And now all of a sudden they go on a completely monocultured environment and they get food. So it's pretty obvious that they get sick. So what do they do to prevent the disease? Bang, full on antibiotics. And it's the biggest consumption in the world of antibiotics is in feedlots. So they have to medicate through the food in order for those animals not to die before they're ready for sale. So you eat antibiotics which kill your whole gut bacteria and your whole gut lining because you eat what they eat. So it's a deadly cycle. Number two is that all of them are hormone treated because you want them to grow a lot faster as a grower than waiting forever to have a small chicken. Like here, 1950, it was, after 68 days, a small chicken. And today we have, after 47 days, we have a monster chicken with big meat and everything. That's so abnormal, and that's created through growth hormones that will then make that chicken explode. Well, if you eat them, you have those same growth hormones within you. Well, and guess where we have that obesity problem from, where we have all the hormone-related issues with xenoestrogens and dominance of estrogens in our bodies. It's out of whack because of that. Now, if you look at meat also in regards to being nice in the supermarket, all red and beautiful looking, freshly butchered, that wouldn't be the case if they wouldn't treat it. It would turn brown. So they have treatments before and after. They keep their stock fresh. All those bags that you buy with fresh salad, they are filled with bromide to keep the salad nice and green. Otherwise, it would deteriorate. Cut an apple and put it on your desk and you will see in two hours, it's all brown. Now you can buy cut apple and it's always green, but the bags are blown up. Well, that's a toxic gas that you are eating just to keep the produce fresh. It's all about shelf life. Think about, it's not about your health, it's about shelf life and profit. I need to stock those foods. If they don't sell, if they spoil, I lose money as a shop owner. Well, so I treat them whatever way possible, and I don't really care about your health. I just treat them so that they stay fresh as long as possible. But that's the price that you pay over time. When you look at some of those hamburgers and how old they are and how long they maintain fresh, and they have no mold, no rotting, no nothing after 10, 15 years, it's kind of obvious that this process works in keeping a long shelf life. But think about everything that is treated, anti-bug treated, antibacterial treated, is what you eat, and it kills off your bacteria in your gut. You have 2.5 kilos of bacteria which are in total symbiosis with you. They digest your food. They extract nutrients, minerals, vitamins. They produce what your body needs to survive. So they do the digestion. Hey, now I kill them all off. And then I have only rotting bacteria that are causing devastating brain situations of anxiety and stress and fatigue and chronic fatigue and tiredness and exhaustion, just because I don't have the right environment because I killed my bacteria off. There is like a chain reaction from that, and you don't want to do that. Now, one of the most predominant and well-known toxic combinations is in regards to MSG. MSG is a food enhancer to make you taste your food a lot more. All products that you buy, which are ready-made products, foods that you just open up, put in the microwave and cook, all contain massive amounts of MSG. It's a food enhancer. If you combine that, which is already toxic on its own, highly devastating for your health, but if you combine that with diet, aspartame, anything to do with Diet Coke, diet drinks, and you have that to it, well, it causes a complete burning of all your fuses. It's like running 220 volt power through a very thin telephone cable. It melts. And that's like all your neurons, all your brain, all your nervous system in your body overfires, overstimulates, and then burns through. So the combination which you have in most sodas, diet and aspartame diet and MSG is a deadly combination. And Dr. Mercola has done a lot of research and published a lot of papers on that. It's something you need to avoid and stay. You look, all the child that you see, all the stuff that is around is all laden with that double combination of MSG and aspartame or diet. And it's a killer, especially in a young age when a person builds up. If that's consumed all the time, it causes devastation. So stay away from that. And that concludes pretty much now our green habitual department. And you realize I could talk for hours. I could cover 100 more subjects. I don't want to do that. I want you to just become awakened, aware of what you do on a daily basis in your local environment to yourself. So if you become conscious, you start shifting and changing all of those things, you start getting rid of toxicity, you start cleaning your body, watching out that you only put clean stuff in and healthy stuff, all of a sudden you realize that you are in charge of your health and not the doctor.